What's up, guys? I'm back with another movie review. Today I'm here to talk about Slender Man. So this movie centers in on a group of friends. They're kind of miffed because the guys are having their own little like slumber party and they won't let the girls in on it. So the girls discover that the guys are part of their evening is going to be summoning the Slender Man. And not wanting to be, left out of the fun, they decide to summon the Slender Man themselves using an internet video. And at first they just think it's kind of, cheesy, creepypasta kind of stuff. And then pretty soon, though, they realize that something has happened after they watch the video. One of their friends disappears. They all start to have strange nightmares and visions. Sometimes, like in the middle of the daytime while they're awake, they're seeing the Slender Man. Just terrible things are happening. They make an attempt to get their friend back after talking to a mysterious person online. They offer up some of the things that are the most dear to their heart. However, that doesn't pan out the way that they expect it to. And the rest of the movie is just following what happens in the wake of, them summoning Slender Man. So this movie's gotten a ton of hate, which I really honestly don't understand. Because I don't think this is any worse than most of the tween horror that we get lately. I mean, Blumhouse makes millions making movies that are much worse than Slender Man. I think the main issue with it is that it's just a little bit too late. If it had been released a few years ago, it would have gotten a lot more attention because that's kind of when Slender Man and creepypasta was at like the height of its popularity. I also think a lot of people might assume that it's based on the real life story about the two girls that stabbed one of their friends in order to appease Slender Man. This is not based on the real life story. This is just a standard tween horror movie. Here's why I don't get the hate for this. Going into it that it's going to be a movie about creepypasta. And to me, the movie does a great job of portraying a cinematic version of creepypasta. It's got a bunch of just really, a lot of nothing happening followed by like a sudden like, which is pretty much, that's what creepypasta is just creepy pictures and something to make you feel kind of eerie for just a second. And none of it really, sticks with you or is, long-lasting terror or whatnot. And this movie does that. And slowly, as the movie goes, it puts more and more and more of that into it. And by the end, it just goes completely balls deep into the creepypasta, into some wild stuff. I will not make a case for this being a good movie. I don't think it's a good movie. But I think if you like creepypasta, there's a lot here to like. It's got a bunch of imagery that you'll recognize. It's got a bunch of crazy stuff. It's got an absolutely just wild finale that's just has to be seen to be believed. It's ridiculous. So I had more fun with this than I thought I was going to because everything that I read said that it was boring and it was whatever. And it does have a slow pace at first and it's a slow burn movie to get going, but it's creepypasta. That's what it is. It's a long build up for a little bit of a payoff. That's how it works. I don't know what else people wanted from this. I like the visuals. I like how well they captured the, creepypasta visual design. Again, I don't think it's a good movie, but I don't understand why it gets so much hate because it's not any worse than the Truth or Dares or, the other like teen or tween horror movies that are out there. And I actually think it had some really cool, interesting visuals. And I thought that the group of female friends that are at the core of the movie remind me of people that I know and that I've interacted with online who are into creepypasta. So I feel like they got that part of it right as well. I think a lot of it is just because people like to would rather talk bad about a movie than try to look for the good in it. And, I had fun with it. I don't know that I'll ever want to see it again, but I think it was definitely worth seeing once, especially if you like creepypasta. I think you'll get a lot more out of it than most people will. So again, Slender Man is not a good movie. It's all jump scares and, slow burn, for a little bit of payoff. But to me, that's what creepypasta is basically all about. And I think they did a pretty good job of including that here. There's a lot of potential that could have been tapped into here, and it doesn't. But again, I just don't think the movie's as bad as everybody's saying it is. And it's certainly on par with like most of Blumhouse's output. So I don't know if you're interested in it. If you're a horror fan, creepypasta fan, check it out. I'm sure I'll get hate for saying that it's not as bad as everybody says it is, but whatever. I'm going to be honest. I don't really care. So that's my review of Slender Man. If you want to read other horror reviews, you can go to my website, markfusion.com. I've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of, reviews there that are horror, B-movie, cult, all kinds of stuff. I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch at MarkFusion if you want to follow me there. You can go to Letterboxd where I diary everything that I'm watching and you get an idea of what might be coming here soon. But the best way to help me out is to, just watch the videos, whether it's the new ones or the old ones, and there are hundreds of movies, hundreds and hundreds of movies in the review playlist here. And then also just dropping a sub is a huge help to me as well. It helps me to keep making these videos, keep watching these movies, and talking to you guys about them. Thank you so much for watching this video of Slender Man. Again, not great, but much, much better than people are saying it is. And if you like creepypasta, I think you'll get a lot out of it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys soon.